So the story of this skit is they've had their first rehearsal and the two characters meet up in the pub. Jake's having like a bit of a hard time, he's getting all emotional, he's talking about going to therapy. And then my character basically sees a way to take advantage of him and get a quick bit of cash in, and to basically offer him a very DIY therapy session in exchange for like 50 quid. So that's the point of the skit, and then it's going to go on to the next scene at Ben's house where he's acting as like the therapist, and yeah, develops from there. Hello mate!
Hello.
You ready for the next episode?
Skit 4, here we come.
Here we come.
Got loads of stuff to bring in as usual.
And a new very helpful friend.
Hello Nala, hello. Today I've got 3 bags with me. No food, but we do have condiments.
I'm so glad we're not filming anything with food today.
But we do have condiments.
We've moved on to pretending to eat some drink.
Look, I've picked a weed. Look at this.
Picked up some weed?
Yeah. Picked up some weed. A little flower.
Oh,
to make lovely. A little place setting.
Yep, it's very pub garden-y.
Yeah, it is, because it's literally a weed out of my garden. That's what pubs do, isn't it?
Something like that.
We're setting up. Someone's going to literally have to be sat in a bush, but you know, it is fine. So what we're doing, you know, typical, this is how we'd run our pub. And what else do I have? You know, I thought would be funny. You know, we're going to end up with so much on the table, there's going to be no room for anything else.
You do love a prop. Do you remember all the props that you brought to the photo shoot?
I do love a prop, you're right.
You brought so many outfits and so many props.
Yeah. I thought today, and this is first Ben's hearing of it, I thought actually, because it is basically lunchtime, I think we should also be pretending like it's lunchtime. So like, obviously we met at the bench at lunchtime. So I think this could be like the next phase, like we're meeting at lunchtime.
On our work.
On our work day, but I'm like, how many times do you come to the pub at lunch a week? Like more like that.
Cool.
So it's because like, if we're doing after, you know, the sun's quite bright, it's not going to look right. So.
Alright.
Another thing we could try is Mac or Ben. I'm going to be calling you Ben in this, so it's weird because that's your actual name, if you don't know. But you know, being there like, oh, I've sunk so many pints waiting for you, and like you just got bottles of non-alcoholic beer as well. So like he's pretending to be more pissed, or like I can handle my drink sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that would be quite funny. Yeah.
We could just drink real beer and get pissed.
Well, yeah. Do you have like a little glass for that plant thing? What you got, mate?
I've got to find something, he says. Oh,
that'll do. A little
what?
Children's cup.
I've got, if it's only, we could put it in like that.
Yeah, that's perfect, mate. Absolutely perfect.
Some more in it, hang on.
Absolutely perfect. I mean, we don't need to keep the plant alive, don't worry.
No, but it's, you know, it's the attention to detail. Man.
I love it.
Where's the weed?
It's here. Where's the weed? Where's the weed? Stick that in there and we'll
fall over.
Oh, that's perfect. I mean, that looks like a pub now.
That actually does look like a pub.
Yeah.
I've sat in worse pubs than that. Okay, nearly set up. I've got my t-shirt tucked in, got the tape measure for good measure, and rocking a dad rock vibe, best I can. How you getting on over there, mate?
Yeah, good. I'm just miking myself up. A lot quicker this time because I know what I'm doing. 4 skits in, you become a pro. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite funny just like winging it. I've got some... Because when you're just like in character thinking about actually what's going on, you just...
I think I prefer the character to myself. Did you print the scripts off?
Yeah.
Legend. Excellent. Yeah, mate.
Yeah, just working on the job, you know what I mean?
We had a bit of a nightmare with the sound, but we're okay.
Yeah, the sound nearly didn't work, nearly thought one of our mics was broken, but the old on, off, on.
And shouted at it, shouted through it, and it seemed to start working again.
So that's good news. Yeah, basically using my lunch break to get this filmed. It's tragic, really.
You lit the part, though.
The more and more we do this, the more we're not really acting, we're just speaking our truth. Yeah, try not to hit the camera, Nala.
Rather than having like a main shot. like the bench, because of the space, I think we need to just be like, do the whole thing and have like 6 different, just do it like 6 different times.
Yeah. It's not
so
a long script.
one from here, one from back here, one more overhead one from down there, and then we can literally line them all up and just chop and change all the angles. I think that would just be the most effective, easy way to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're saying. It made more sense, like with the bench. And if we were doing like a sofa one, you'd have your main shot.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be able to do that here.
No, you're right. I think we do. The only we need like a main dialogue sat down shot, only because if we don't have that, then we've got to stay very close to the script. I do want to allow a little bit.
I know, I get what you're saying, but that will be that. It's only the hug that will be out of shot.
Exactly. Yeah.
So once you're sat down,
yeah,
providing we're both in, then that'll be fine, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Dave, here he is, finally. What time do you call this, mate? I'm 4 pints in.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's my hand on your crutch there, Craig. So we've just done a little kind of test shoot, if you will. We're just loading up the footage now. Have a look, make sure it's not like too bright, the audio's good. Yes. Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's
first
funny.
bit?
It's funny because it does take a little while to sort of get out of the script in a way. You start with the script and then like, because you want it to feel natural. Obviously, being the budding actors that we are, for me especially, like I think it's best when you drop in the natural things you would say around the script, but like you've got to kind of figure out how to do that.
Also, it's a fine balance because we've written a script where we chuck stuff in to be funny, but then it takes everyone off guard and then we laugh and ruin the takes. One thing we've realised is that when because obviously we don't know how to act at all, when you watch it back and you go for it, you give it like an extra like 20-30%, it's so much better, which is probably what all actors know, but we're just like musicians, we don't know what we're doing. So when I watched that back, the third take I think that we did, when I was just a bit more boisterous and like you kind of giving it a bit more, it just looks so much better on camera. And it's like, what's that thing? It's like if the camera adds £5 or whatever. But I think it's also the camera brings down the extremism of the acting. Like you have to go more for it to come back.
Can I just say that the camera doesn't add £5 anymore? For anyone wanting to know some technical facts.
Fucking hell, here we go. Crazy.
Back in the day when things were shot in a square and then they were put on widescreen, like Friends, they literally stretched out wide. So that's where that came from. Now when you watch something like Friends and it's HD, everyone looks skinny. That's why.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
You nerd. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good. I'm just mid-work yet again. You know, and we're nearly at the end. We've basically got to do my close-up shot. We've done Ben's. It's funny. Every time we do a close-up shot, because it's at the end, you're like quite dialed in, and you end up just using like the whole clip as like the bulk of the edit, which I think we're going to do for that as well. But it feels good because it's like the most natural and like least properly acted.
Thank God.
Oh God.
Get back to work, mate. We seem to only ever film in like really dramatic. It's either really cold and windy or it's like the hottest day of the year. But we have got most of it down. I've been drinking very warm non-alcoholic beer, which is not going down that well.
So we were just on the final shot, basically my close-ups. We did a test to check that the audio was working and everything, but then once we were actually doing the takes, we found out that there was no audio. I'm a bit gutted at the minute, but we'll go again. Running out of time, the sun's moving, and also I've got to go soon, so it's going to be a quick half an hour and we're going to get this done. Right, that's a wrap on skit number 4. Went really well. A little bit more Hollyoaks this time.
So bad acting.
Yeah, bad acting, overacting, whatever you want to call it, but we're happy with it. Really feel like it develops the characters. I'm excited because it puts more of a story into the actual song that we're releasing as well. So it gives more depth to that.
But yeah, we're going to shoot the next skit next week for a therapy session.